Hello everyone, I'm Isan. In this video, we're going to unbox two of Samsung's latest smartphones, the Samsung Galaxy A05 and the Samsung Galaxy A05s. These two smartphones are the latest entry-level series smartphone from Samsung, and the specifications on these two smartphones looks very interesting. The Samsung A05 is a phone that already supports USB Type-C, and it also supports 25-watt fast charging. And what's even more interesting, in the sales package for the Samsung A05 and A05s series, both of them already come with a bundled charger that supports 25-watt fast charging. This is quite a step up because in the previous budget series, the provided charger was typically only 15 watt. Now let's check out what's inside the sales package of the Samsung A05 and A05s. In the Samsung A05 package, you'll find a SIM tray ejector tool, a 25-watt fast charger that's attached outside the box. Along with that, there is a user manual and a USB Type-C to Type-C cable. The Samsung Galaxy A05s sales package is exactly the same as the Samsung A05. Inside the box, you'll find a SIM tray ejector tool, a 25-watt fast charger, a user manual, and a USB Type-C to Type-C cable. The Samsung Galaxy A05 that we are unboxing in this video is the variant of 4GB of RAM and 64GB internal memory. And this is the base model of the Samsung Galaxy A05. Apart from this base model, there are two other options available. One has 4GB of RAM and 128GB internal memory. Then the highest end variant features 6GB of RAM and 128GB of internal memory. Now let's talk about the Samsung Galaxy A05s. The variant of Samsung A05s only have one variant, the 6GB of RAM and 128GB of internal memory. When you take a close look at the design of the Samsung Galaxy A05 back cover, you'll find that the back cover design is quite attractive. Even though it's made of polycarbonate material, what's interesting is that the design gives much more premium feel than its price suggests. Because at first glance, it closely resembles glass material, and you would only realize it's not glass when you tap directly on the back cover. Furthermore, the edge design appears to be distinct and not seamlessly integrated from the rear cover. So the characteristics of the Samsung budget phone that we usually see in the previous entry-level Samsung phone are not visible at all in the Samsung A05 series. Then the back cover of Samsung A05s has a slightly different look compared to the A05 series. Besides the three camera lenses on the back of the back cover, Samsung A05s series features a back cover design with a gradient color. Here, even though the finish is the same on both phones, still using the polycarbonate material, however, when you compare the appearance of the back cover, the A05 series appears to mimic a glass-like finish more closely than the A05s. Then at the bottom of Samsung A05 and A05s, you'll find a speaker, a USB Type-C port, a microphone, and a 3.5mm audio jack. Then on the left side, there is a slot for dual nano SIM cards and also a dedicated micro SD card slot. Then on the top side, there is only a microphone hole, and on the right there is a volume button and a power button. The power button on the A05 series is not directly integrated with the fingerprint sensor. Meanwhile, in the A05s series, it already comes with a fingerprint sensor on the power button. Then another interesting aspect of the A05 series is the design of the rear camera. It features a silver frame around the lens, and this detail usually seen in the mid-range or high-end Samsung phone series. So here Samsung really seems to want to give a premium impressions in the A05 series, even though the price is very affordable. Meanwhile, in the A05s series, the color on the edge of the lens is the same as the lens color. So the camera lens doesn't look as prominent as in the A05 series. So in our view, the A05 series rear camera design has a more premium appearance than the A05s, even though it only has two rear camera. Then for the screen on the Samsung A05 series, here it used a screen with HD+ resolution, and the size of the bezel is of course still quite thick. However, what's interesting is that on the front screen you can see that the notch already used the Infinity U display, which usually you rarely find in the previous entry-level series. In the Samsung A05s series, the screen is upgraded with higher Full HD+ resolution with 90Hz refresh rate, providing a more detailed and smoother display. However, it's worth mentioning that the bezel thickness on the A05s series seems to remain the same as in the A05 series. Interestingly, the front camera notch on the A05s series appears slightly wider and larger compared to the A05. This might be because the A05s is using a higher resolution 13 megapixel front camera, while the A05 only uses an 8 megapixel front camera. For the camera quality, you can check out some sample photos and videos right here. Then for the operating system and UI used in the A05 and A05s, both of them use Android 13 with the latest One UI Core 5.1. In terms of performance, the Samsung A05 is powered by MediaTek Helio G85 chipset, while the Samsung A05s already comes with the Snapdragon 680 chipset. When we compare their performance using the Antutu benchmark application on both smartphones, the results are immediately visible that the A05s series with the Snapdragon 680 chipset can give better performance with higher score than the A05 series. The difference in performance also immediately visible when we start using both smartphones right after unboxing. Navigating through the A05s series feels smoother compared to the A05. For more detailed comparison between the Samsung A05 and A05s comparing camera, performance, and various other things, you can check out the next dedicated video. I hope you find this video useful. See you in the next one.